How do you cheat at evangelism? Any thoughts on that?
Don't let the other person share their opinions.
You don't let the other person share their opinions. Exactly.
Accept Christ and life will be easy.
Accept Christ and life will be easy. Yeah, there's a certain way in which you're kind of lying. Yeah. I've often found that sometimes my Christianity makes life way harder. Jesus is annoying. You guys know that, right? Like if we wanted to make a clean, simple pitch, like if you could just stop talking about drinking his blood and eating his body for just 5 minutes, go to prayer. For this whole cross thing, let's just kind of do away with it, shall we? Have you ever had that knock on your door at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning?
Oh, yeah.
And you know your morning is about to get spoiled.
Yeah.
You've just brewed some beautiful coffee, your wife is making you a breakfast sandwich, and you got Tom Waits spinning on your turntable. Okay, that's just me. But your Saturday gets ruined the same way. And why is it so annoying to talk to that person on the other side of the door?
Because they're so persistent.
Because they're persistent. It's also because they're not listening to me. They ask me questions that they don't give a rip about the answer to. They're cheating at a conversation. They have a logic gate. Their goal is to make me say yes a bunch of times so that they finally get to deliver their truth payload. That is cheating at being in a conversation. That is not bringing your authentic self. In fact, if my Jehovah's Witness and Mormon friends would actually sit down with me in a coffee shop and would actually open up their heart to me, I would get up at 8:30 on a Saturday morning to go have coffee and do that. Because it's a real human relationship. And there is no replacement for it. That's a beautiful thing. That's a gift to give somebody, is your authentic self. So if you treat all conversations as a win or lose scenario, you are cheated. What does a trifler look like? Well, to be honest with you, I would suggest to you that a majority of the people who sit in the pews with us on a Sunday morning are triflers. They are convinced they have nothing to offer. Anytime a conversation starts to get a little bit serious, they go, oh, okay, I'm out. I can't win. I've got nothing to offer. I better not play this game. And they say, oh, we should call my pastor. We should call my pastor because he was trained, or she was trained in the dark arts of mental combat in Bible college. They know how to answer tough questions.
I'm an introvert. That's the biggest excuse.
Yeah, I'm an introvert. Yep. I have nothing to offer this conversation. And that is a lie, people. Anybody that has met the real Jesus in real life, no matter how simple your real life is, that is an incredible story. There is so much depth and character and beauty in our congregations. To not share that with the world in an authentic, soul-to-soul, my whole self, your whole self way. We're robbing the world of that. And lots of us are very content to keep our little lights under our beds and under our bushes. Jesus had something to say about that. I think he was against it, if I recall correctly. Okay, a spoil sport. I don't care if what I do works. This is one of the most irritating things I've seen evangelicals do. They do things they know don't work. They do things they know don't work. And then when they get home and it didn't work again, They go, well, God's word never returns void, which is a satanic twisting of Scripture. I want to say that to you out loud and in full view. That is a satanic twisting of Scripture. If you use that Scripture to justify willful ineffectiveness, you are engaged in dereliction of duty. Willful ineffectiveness. There are people that when they do things they know don't work, will say things like, well, if we just reach one, it'll all be worth it. And I keep asking, so when was that one? Oh, it hasn't happened yet. Then why are you doing it? Because you do understand that when we engage in things that don't work, and we do it willfully, I'm not saying there's no room for mistakes here, friends. I'm just saying there's no room for willful ineffectiveness. When we engage and insist on engaging in that, we do weird things mentally. We blame our neighbors. We say, "Oh, well, they're just perishing, and they're you know, they hate the smell of Jesus, and I am enduring persecution because Jesus said that persecution would come to people like me." No, you're just a dork. You're a jerk. You're a bully on a street corner. And people are rejecting you. And I don't know why you insist on doing things that you know, demonstrable in your own life, don't work. I don't know why you are doing it. Give me the soccer ball, put it down on the ground, play by the rules. Actually engage. Actually engage. Bring your whole actual self to the table. I think that in our ever subdividing world, to have a real human conversation with another human is a beautiful, rare, precious gem. It's something worth celebrating. And I don't know what we're afraid of. But the reason that you cheat, the reason that you trifle, or the reason that you're a spoilsport, the one thing that it does that is so damaging is that it keeps you from engaging authentically with your neighbor. It is something that I need us to stop doing and stop celebrating and stop pretending that we're doing this. I need us to stop doing it. Because every time we do, we cloud the issue. So every time we celebrate a spoil sport in our church and we say, oh, Brother Larry was out there again, irritating people and creating more nuns on Saturday. At least he's out there doing something. What does that do to triflers? Makes them more afraid to engage because they're thinking, oh, so if I do what this church wants me to do, I will have 0 friends left. Because really what you want me to do is be annoying. And it emboldens the cheaters. Oh, you mean I don't have to care about people? All I have to do is find some way to win every conversation? Oh, that I can do. I can do research. I'll get on Google right now and figure out why Jesus is Lord. I need us to stop doing that. Here is something that I would actually recommend you actually do. It's yet another metaphor. If you meet me, I'm never far from the next metaphor. want to talk to you a little bit about what I call spiritual midwifery. Now, my first encounter with midwives happened in my church in Kingston when my wife became pregnant with our first son. So the church that I belonged to had a large contingent of hippies in it. And when I say hippies, I mean like genuine, actual, peace sign, smoke grass, make your own pants, hippies. And among hippies, birth is a contact sport. And they do things with placentas that are so gross, I won't even talk about it in public. They don't even know how to blush, people. These folks. And my wife listened to these hippies. She decided she wanted to have what she called a natural childbirth. She wanted to have a home birth. Now, if I was the one in possession of the organic equipment to carry and deliver children, I would enlist in any experimental drug program. My kids are going to be born with 3 eyes. I don't care. Just make it not hurt. If I have to cut off my body, cut it in half, deliver the kid that way, and put me back together, fine. I don't need scars. I've never looked good beside a swimming pool anyway. So we're different, my wife and I, in terms of what she wanted out of life and what I would want if I was her. But, I'm grateful that there are midwives out there, and they do a good job of looking after women. And it's an ancient practice and a beautiful practice, as I've come to realize. But even having watched it, I would still pick. Just give me the drugs, man. Just give me the drugs. So we set up to have a natural childbirth, and we came up with a thing called a birth plan. And we went and we met with the midwife, and we worked our way toward having a natural childbirth. And what it didn't turn out exactly the way we wanted to, because she did actually have to give birth in a hospital. There was it wasn't major complications, but minor complications at the end of her pregnancy, and we needed to be, I want to say with adults, but that's too insulting. Yeah, that is too far. That's too far. So we were in the hospital together, and she began going into labor. And it was one of the most confusing moments of my life, because when my wife was in labor, she said, "Give me drugs now." It's going red. I was afraid of her. She's a tiny lady, but I was scared. And then I would go to the nursing station, and I'd say, "I need help. We need help." And they're like, "Oh, you kids. Turn the little arm back to your room now." And then when she was not in the middle of a contraction, she would say, "Stick to the plan. Don't listen to me. Stick to the plan. Please just stick to the plan. I want it." And then she'd go into another contraction and give me dog and then I'd go back out to the nurse's station and humiliated once again for being so cute and naive, and then I'd go back and she would be, which is Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. I can never keep it too straight, but the nice one who wanted to do it naturally. And I called the midwife, and when she finally arrived, something brilliant happened. She was able to talk to my wife and describe for her what was happening with her body, and was able to help her through talking, not drugs, through talking, get through this. She described it in terms of riding waves. I didn't know waves to ride. She said words. She framed things in a poetic way that was profound to my wife. These were the words of truth to her. And they got her through. And we had a healthy baby boy, and he survives even to this day. And as I thought, well, as I had that experience, it kind of changed my picture of what it is that we need to do as Christians. And I'm going to draw you a little picture here in the air. Okay, so I'm going to draw this, and then this, and this, this. I'm going to draw a little person right here. And we're going to make this interesting, so I'm going to draw fire. That's my station. And then I'm going to draw God backwards so you guys can read it. And what did I just draw? Stick man. What picture?